So yesterday I got a mail from King of Avalon support team, or somebody from King of Avalon. It says inappropriate behavior, dear player, comma, blah 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 blah. So basically a few days ago I started having a conversation in Kingdom chat with somebody else. And I'll show you that conversation I had with them. Then I'll show you what King of Avalon sent me in this mail saying inappropriate behavior. And later on I'll tell you the real reason why I think King of Avalon sent me this email. See, I'm going to show you the whole conversation that basically made King of Avalon threaten to ban my account. And I'll show you what King of Avalon said after I had this conversation with these people in Kingdom chat. So basically at the start of this conversation I started talking to Narez and I basically said, show me your feet for my YouTube video. And she's like, oh, maybe, oh, I don't think so, maybe. And I was like, I think Narez is getting cold feet. She isn't doing it. So then Noodles, some other guy in my kingdom, sees me trying to get feet pics from Narez, and he says, you are all nasty. So after I say Narez is getting cold feet, she responds and says, manipulation. I'm happy to say it worked. How do I send them, C? So I say to send the pictures by email, and she says for free to support my fellow kingdom creator. So basically at this point, I'm asking for feed pics, and she says she'll give them to me for free. Okay? So I'll say I'll give you my business email, and she says, yes, Chur is my manager, talk to him. Chur says, I see you want some feet pics from my client. And nude feet pics at that. Well, that's going to cost you. Usually we do half nude feet pics. Socks with holes. Narez says, yes. Noodles says, this convo is making me sick. And I say, I'm just here to advertise you. Send pics, and people from other kingdoms will offer you money. I am a promoter. Narez says, feet with cake too? The Noodles says, that's disgusting. I say, okay, Narez, I sent you my business email, check your mail. And Narez says, more people will watch your video. Then Noodles says, the scum of the kingdom all show at once, so you can tell this guy is getting extremely angry over me getting Narez's feet pics. And I say I just sell the feet pics, they send me for cash. I'm a feet pimp. Noodles again comes out and says, Narez nasty. And I say, so yeah, Narez, check your mail and send pics to that email. Going to shower when I'm back, I better see some pics. And she says, €1,000 a pic. And I'm asking that much because I know you can sell them for much more. Then Noodles, the hater, says, I blocked Narez. And everyone's shocked by this. What kind of a guy blocks a woman? He says, I couldn't take much more of that foul display. And I say, he blocked you, but he will still watch the video. See, this guy blocked her for talking about feed pics. But I know for a fact this guy's going to watch the video as soon as I publish it. Because he's just that kind of a guy. Everybody starts laughing at Noodles because he blocked Narez. And then Noodles says, thinks prostitution is a joke? F you all. See, this guy thinks that sending feed pics is prostitution. He says F Chur, F nah, and F all of you for talking this nasty shh. And Narez tries giving him cake to cheer him up. Yo, ooh, all disgust me, says Noodles. I say selling pics isn't prostitution. What do you think models are who sell shoes? They sell pics of their feet and get paid big. That is not prostitution. People show their feet all the time and make money off of it. Then Noodles calls me a maggot and says F U C. Used to be my old name was C Slasher, which is why people always call me C. But then I updated it to match my YouTube channel. So yeah, C Slasher is my old in-game name for King of Avalon. But now it's Nightmare just to match up with YouTube. Everyone thinks Noodles is getting way too emotional over this. And then Noodles says, those women are taken advantage of. Yep, I'm totally taking advantage of Narez right now. 100%. Don't you watch ads on TV where women are in the shower using soap? That's way worse than feet pics. This is just me trying to explain how showing feet pics is not prostitution. Then Noodles says, and shamelessly flirting with everyone, that's low. So this guy is saying that Narez is flirting with me because she might send me feet pictures. Then Noodles says, no woman of mine is going to flirt with guys like this. And Nars replies, I'm not yours. Yeah, I think Noodles thinks he owns every woman in the kingdom because he was king at this time. And he used to be king. Now he no longer is king. So obviously being king went to his brain. And now he thinks every single woman in the kingdom is his. I say, Nares, send the pics. Let YouTube decide. And she says, do you want cake, Noodle? Cake, cake, cake. I will ask YouTube to rate 1 to 10. Then Noodle says, yes, nah. Horror yourself. So here you have this guy calling a woman a whore. Wow. Then he says, F your stupid cake. Wow. This guy's mean. That's beyond mean. Then Noodles goes on a huge tirade and he says, F you, Nomu. Bite me. F you too. My spelling sucks even more than Nares does. It's a form of prostitution. Pretending to sell feed pics, selling any part of your body for others, pleasure is what? A hoe. Because you are disgusting, I blocked Na because she thinks nothing is wrong with prostitution. Prostitution is illegal in the US and it's wrong. F your opinion, Na. Then he goes on a loudspeaker and says, anything wrong with prostitution? Let's vote. So after Noodles says all of that, I say, how is feet pics prostitution, lol? And he says, it's wrong. Sending feet pics for money is a form of prostitution. He says if money is being made and someone is gaining pleasure, and he says screenshot this, shh. And I say, have you ever seen any superhero movies? The females always show off their boobs and they bounce over the screen. Even if the movie is only PG-13, and they make money off of it. He says eat a blank. If a waitress is hot and you tip her money, is that prostitution? According to Noodles, it is. She dared to serve you food. You gave the female waitress money, and you gained pleasure from it by eating the food. According to Noodles, that is prostitution. Just like how if you pay money at a movie theater to watch some chick's boobs bounce around the screen in a PG-13 hero movie, you're making them money, and you're gaining pleasure. So according to that, that's also prostitution. According to Noodles. No, honestly, it's not prostitution as long as it's a form of entertainment that a lot of people get to watch. And there's money being made from multiple people off of their actions. It's not prostitution. So that was a Conversation Kingdom chat that got me this message from King of Avalon shortly after. It said, inappropriate behavior. Dear player, we have received complaints from other players that your in-game behavior violates our standards for KOA. We aim to build a free and healthy environment for all players. Please respect others and enjoy the game together with them. Thank you. You might have modified some of your user data based on the reports we have received. Please check carefully. And if you find that you have been wrongfully reported, please contact us as soon as possible. Thank you for your understanding and cooperation. Yours sincerely, KOA team. So yeah, there's some crazy guy in Kingdom Chat calling everybody prostitutes and whores and telling everybody to F themselves and saying I'm a maggot and to F myself. But that's appropriate behavior by him. All I did was try to get feed pics. That's very inappropriate. So apparently to the Chinese, getting feed pics is also prostitution. Oh, and by the way, in China, they used to have a law where if you had more than one baby, they'd take the rest of your babies and kill them. Yeah, that's totally appropriate, China. That's totally appropriate. You take newborn babies and kill them just to keep your population down. But oh no, I try and get a feed pic. That's totally inappropriate in your Chinese game. There's actually a whole other reason why they're sending me this report. It has nothing to do with that Kingdom Chat. But they're trying to make it seem like it does. I'll explain you why. They're basically trying to get me in a corner and give me no way out. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So a few days ago I sent a ticket to King of Avalon because I was watching videos saying that people are getting refunds and stuff from King of Avalon. So I said I bought some Dragon Emblems a long time ago, not knowing the price would reduce so fast. So I was wondering if I can get a refund from it. They are so cheap now, and I paid full price for them. Can I get a refund? So what they did is they waited for me to start talking Kingdom Chat, doesn't matter what I said, and they'd send me a mail saying that I'm conducting inappropriate behavior. So now if I try to do a refund on my credit card, they'll basically ban my account and they'll say that I violated their terms of service by conducting inappropriate conduct on their game. So this is all a scam to try and make them keep all of their money. I send this ticket asking for a refund, and I start talking about feet in Kingdom Chat, and as soon as that happens, they send me a mail saying, boom, inappropriate behavior. So they're obviously trying to keep a tight lock on all of my money that I sent them, and they'll stop at nothing to try and discredit my name so they can keep my money. But yeah, I honestly sent this ticket as kind of a joke to try and get a refund because I wanted to see if it would work or not. And obviously it didn't work. And it just like pissed them off massively. So they're trying to come up with excuses in case if I do try to make a refund, they'll say that I violated their terms of service or something. It's all basically like a huge ploy to try and keep my money indefinitely in case I do try a refund. So yeah, be careful with this game. If you spend money on it, they're going to make up any excuse so you don't get a refund. Because I've seen kings in chat of people, and they're just like, oh, you take it deep. No, you take it deep. No, you take it deep. There's always people saying weird stuff in the king loudspeakers, and that's not inappropriate behavior. But somehow me talking about feet in kingdom chat is inappropriate behavior. The only reason why they're coming after me is because I asked for a refund. So you guys better be careful. Whatever you say, they'll use it against you in the future to try and keep your money. This is what communists do. If you try and take their money from them, they'll try to make you look bad so they can keep your money forever.